Ritual, Beatrice Kemei, for asking for this inquiry into this matter, which actually brought a lot of concern and became a national issue. And as many have said, this must have been something that has been going on for many years, and by BBC bringing it out and also her bringing it to this house, and even the committee led by the chair, Eric Karemba, getting into the gist of what is really going on, making it public and even a national matter, Mr. Speaker, and even it being discussed in this house. What I'd just like to echo what my colleagues have said, that it will be very unfortunate if this matter then ends here, that we have just debated about it, there will be no justice for these women, for their families, then it will be something that we are doing in futility. And so, because I have seen the DCI has been mentioned greatly in this report, that they have to take action, they have to do proper investigations, only then can we say as a house that this debate and even the resources and the efforts that were put in doing the investigations have actually bore fruit. Mr. Speaker, we have to ask ourselves, why don't women go and report these issues, or even men or boys who also go through the same, Mr. Speaker? You know, there is always the whole issue of putting the burden on the victim. You know, even now when we're talking about the issues of the women who are being exposed and everything, already that person is down, and we are putting the blame, and we're putting a lot of they shouldn't, they should have, you know, were these women also forced even to sleep with those men? We're putting the burden on the victims rather than supporting them and asking ourselves, why don't they even go to report? I know that many a times we tried as a country to say that we have desks at the police stations which are manned by women. We made some strides, I don't know how far we have gone with them, to make it more easier and to make it more friendly for victims to actually feel safe in this country, to go and report and know that they will not be victimized thereafter, Mr. Speaker, because we know that I'm sure many of them now are afraid of their lives, they are afraid of, that's why they couldn't even put their faces out there when they were recording the expose by BBC, Mr. Speaker. And so as a country, we really have to think about the victims and to protect them and to ensure that they feel safe in going to report this matters, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, we cannot continue to protect perpetrators of such incidences, and you can see it in many other ways. The women who are being killed by their lovers, and I think this is a country where, you know, when you're the victim, you know, I look at many cases, we've just heard that so-and-so has been killed, and that story just ends there. No one really, we've really not seen many convictions of people who actually take the lives of others through these love triangles and matters like that, and even such cases of sexual abuse, Mr. Speaker. It is very unfortunate that also we have seen that in some of the comments, the senior management is in some of the points here are actually agreeing and acknowledging that there are such incidences. So this is not a matter that should end here. If they are acknowledging, we want to know what next, what has been done next. And I want to encourage my sister, Honorable Beatrice, that don't let it end here. And if you have to follow it up also with the DCI, if we have to get more support, just continue. Otherwise, this will be work in futility for us to just debate this matter and it ends here. And I'm sure, Mr. Speaker, you'll agree with me that in our country, when something comes up, it's there in the media, it gets all the hype. You know, we're now talking about the accidents. We're seeing the Ministry of Transport quickly now saying, let's do A, B, C, D. After a few days, again, we forget about it until again the accidents are back, or until we have another incident like this one, which has been reported. So I really hope that the victims will get justice and they will be protected. Finally, I want to add my voice to what my other colleagues have added. And it's very unfortunate on what has been going on social media, on the whole issue of privacy, the whole issue of exposing, you know, nudity. Where are we going really as a society and as a people? And the same thing.
30 seconds.
in 30 seconds. You know, we cannot, like right now, when a certain member of parliament is down, we are still saying, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that. They were not doing it alone. And secondly, and we don't even know whether it is true, whether it is photoshopped, whether it's not. As a country, we cannot thrive on such matters of exposing ourselves and others to the public on matters that are so shameful. I don't know where we're going as a country, and this generation, Gen Z, should know to have respect and to not thrive on such matters, Mr. Speaker. I totally condemn that and say that it's something that should not be happening in our country in this century. Thank you.
Kajiado.